A happy Friday to all of you out there. We're getting ready to have a wonderful weekend of going around and goofing around. But before we do all that, we're going to go over the 4 bookers from 2025 and figure out which each one of us individually likes the best. Hello everyone, my name is Wayne.
And I'm Rebecca.
And we are Your Bourbon Journey.
Well, as Wayne said, we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the table. They are blind, so that we won't know. Now, the bottles have been hit. We do like to actually drink bookers. We don't just buy them for the shelf. Batch 1 was hit harder because if you watched our Whiskey of the Year, it was in the competition for a bit. It did not prevail.
No.
It was in the Sweet 16, but that's as far as it went. First, I want to share just briefly a little something about each bottle. Now, for batch 1, known as Barry's batch, it commemorated the release honoring the legacy of the former chairman, Barry Barish. It was 7 years, 2 months, 4 days, and 125.7 proof. The second batch, By the Pond, which honors the sanctuary that Booker Noe built from scratch to serve as a tribute to family traditions and peaceful reflection. Aged 7 years, 1 month, and 20 days, proof 126.5. The third issue of the year was Jerry's batch, a really great tribute to Jerry Dalton, the only non-Beam family master distiller ever to be at the distillery. Aged 7 years, 4 months, and 21 days, proof of 124.7. The year was rounded out with batch 4, Phantom Pipes batch, which is named after a crazy maze of pipes that Booker Noe left behind at the Boston distillery. His stubborn genius of making bourbon the right way. Aged 7 years, 6 months, and 15 days. Proof 126.4. I think we noticed this as we were drinking them through the year. These were all kind of different. A couple of them I felt were similar, but there were a couple profiles that were way out there for them. And we weren't sure if it was perhaps a nod to the person they were, making it for or something like that. But it gives us a really great look at traditional bookers as well as what they can do by selecting the different barrels to bring in a different profile. I remember one of them was cherry.
Yeah, I think that was Jerry's batch. That was the one that was the most intriguing and the story and everything of him being the only non-Beam family member to ever hold the position of master distiller.
And I'm thinking that the last one, Phantom Pipes, that was a little spicier, probably spicy like Booker. But I'm thinking that a couple others were more traditional, but yeah. I don't know for sure, but that's what my memory's playing with right now. But we're going to kind of do our normal thing for Whiskey of the Month, although we're not selecting a winner per se. We're going to decide what we like today specifically. So let's start with A and see how it looks and smells.
Well,
It smells like Booker's.
oh yeah.
Now, they all have the same mash bill, of course. They're all 7 years something. And they're all around 125 proof. So there's not a big range in that realm.
I'm almost getting peanuts, and I'm getting a sweetness. And I believe it is confectionery sugar. And I've been on a roll with that recently. I don't know why I've been picking that up.
As I remember, one of them was more of a traditional peanut, almost peanut butter fudge. And then one of them was more like roasted honey nuts or something like that. I don't know. That's what I'm recalling. We do like our Bookers. Oh, this smells really good.
I really do like the nose on this. Hey, the thing about it, even getting my nose way down in there, the ethanol doesn't pop up and hit you. And with all the Bookers being normally a higher proof, a proofier than your average bourbon type thing, it doesn't hit you doing that.
No, I'm ready to taste it though.
I am too.
It's got some really nice legs forming. Cheers to Bookers, whatever batch you are. I'm not sure I'm still getting the peanuts on that.
I'm not getting the peanuts at all.
I'm feeling a little more cherry on that one.
There is definitely a sweetness with that.
Sweetness, almost
and
fruity.
at the same time, there's that aggressiveness of Booker's, that proof that just hits you. And yet it doesn't detract.
Yeah, I was just going to say it was fruit forward and not really that typical profile, but it's just great. And it's got great legs forming on it. So we're just going to do a quick sip and we'll be showing you in the magic of editing. You'll know which one we're tasting. And we're curious Put in the comments, which one did you like best this year? Did you have a favorite? I'm gonna move on to B.
Well, now this is softer.
It's softer, like from a proof point, which is crazy because they're all about the same. This year was so close to 125 on all of them. It's really funny.
This one, I'm not getting anything on the nose.
It just smells like a quintessential bourbon to me.
Yeah.
And it's got some really good legs. Let's try B. Cheers to Booker's B. Definitely not fruity like the first one. If the first one is really fruity, this one is probably
It's very,
more normal.
it is very hearty.
It's hearty.
It's very, very hearty.
I can't remember. One of them had a leather note to it. I can't remember which one it was. I'm not
Well-
quite getting that on here.
Well, it's funny you say that because I am.
You are.
I'm getting
Yeah,
a little
maybe
bit.
that's what I was thinking.
I'm getting a little bit. It's kind of odd. Coming off of the first one.
I mean, it's really nice. It's just so different. I am having to clear my palate, especially with this higher proof, at least in this first round. Well, let's go to C. I'm just dying to get into all of them. I'm kind of moving quickly because I want to get to the deeper taste. Oh, that's nice. That's sweeter than the last one.
It is. It's still a little bit light. It's funny. That A has just had the best nose so far.
This might be my second favorite nose, but we're not rating nose yet.
I'm getting peanuts.
Yeah, but to me, these are the sweeter kind, like the roasty kind. It smells good. Good legs again. Not a lot of change.
Well, let's do a cheers to C.
C. Booker.
C.
That drink's different than it smells, but it's definitely peanutty.
Oh, yeah.
Very nutty. Not a super sweet nuttiness though.
No.
A little more savory.
Yeah. It's a hearty type thing. And savory's correct. I am getting peanuts on it.
Okay.
All right.
I just think it's interesting because I do think they're different. And we talked about before every time we do Bookers that some people are upset that the profile always seems the same and some are upset that they change it. So I don't think you can please people.
No.
I think that's the bottom line.
Yeah, you can't please everybody. You just can't.
Yes, it's different again.
Okay, here we go. This is going back to the very first one in a way. There's a brown sugar. There's a sweetness with it. And a spice.
I'm getting a spicy note too. That's what I was going to say. It's sweet and spicy.
Yeah. I'm not sure what spice.
I'm liking it though. And again, nice legs. They all have really nice legs. They're all about the same color, but they're the same age. So, you know,
So let's go to letter D.
cheers to D.
D.
And I'm not trying to guess which one they are.
Oh, I'm not
I'm
either.
just trying to check out the profile because I would probably never be able to guess which ones they are.
Honestly, I wouldn't remember. I'm one of these people, I really do like Bookers. And I think it's a really good flavor profile. I really like the proof level that it is. To me, it's always enjoyable. This one here, I think the palate matches the nose.
Did you have a favorite one so far? Just in case it's a real quick taste.
The first one.
I scored the A and D the same, and I scored B and C the same. So
It's fine.
I'm just kind of really tight right now.
I
with it.
scored A and C the same and B and D the same.
Okay, so we're going down a path. So now we're going to figure out which nose we like best. I don't know if I can rate them 1 to 4 because some of them are really close, but we're each going to let you know what we think, which nose has it.
So we will be right back.
Hey, you got yours rated?
Yep.
Okay, why don't you share what was your rating of your nose? Go first through 4. 1 through 4.
My favorite nose was A. My second was D. My third was B, and my fourth was C.
We differed slightly. My favorite nose was also A. My second place nose was C, which you had last. And my third nose was B, and then fourth brought up the rear for me. So
That's funny.
we are different on the nose, but we agreed on the best one.
Yeah. Well, she's got a better nose than I do, so you probably should follow what she's doing.
No, it's a preference. It's what you like. So it's what I like today. Let's go through and do the taste. And you want to try to evaluate finish at the same time? Or you want to do it separately?
Well, let's do it separately.
Okay, we'll go through and do taste, and then we'll be back. Okay, you good?
Yep.
All right, I'll share my ranking first this time, just to be different. So I went with A for 1. Second place was B. Third place was D. And fourth place was C. So I changed it up a little bit. How about
Okay.
you?
My first place was A. My second place was B. My third place was C. And my fourth place was D. It was in that order.
Okay, so the only way we're different were on the bottom two. We flopped them a little bit.
Yeah.
We're gonna do the finish. I'm not sure the finish is gonna be really different. They're all long. I can tell that right now. They all have long finishes because they got great viscosity, they got great proof point. But, so at least what I'm gonna be looking for on the finish, which one has the most interesting layers or complexity or something that I would just let it sit there for a while and not take another sip thing. You too?
I'm going to look for one that as it goes back there and starts to finish, makes my tummy happy. I'm going to be grabbing the bottle and drinking more. That's my criteria.
Okay, it's kind of what I said, but he did it fancier. Oh, he'll be back. All right. What was your favorite finish?
Favorite finish was A. A to me is clearly the best of the four, period.
Yeah.
Second place for the finish was D. Third place for the finish was C. And fourth place was B.
We were kind of close. For my finish, I went with A, so we agreed there. My second place finish was also D,
Okay.
so we agreed there. We flip-flopped on these, which we did a couple of times. So I had B as 3 and I had C as 4.
Okay.
I guess we could share then what our scores were. You want to go backwards?
Okay.
So what was your last place?
B.
Your last place was B, and what score did you give it?
91.
Okay. And my last place was C, and I gave it a 91. So we agreed on what we gave our last place ones. That's kind of funny. We each gave it a 91. All right, I'll share my third place.
Okay.
My third place was D, and I gave it a 93.
Okay, my third place would be C, and I gave it a 92.
Okay. Very good. All right. What's your second place?
Second place is D, and I originally had them both the same score, so I just gave it a half point. So it's 92.5.
That's funny. My second place is B. I gave it a 94. I thought it was really good for second. I had a hard time between my top two. So it looks like we both picked A as our number one.
Yeah.
And what score did you give it?
95.
I also gave it a 95. So that is a 95. And whatever this one is, if it wasn't in our Whiskey of the Year, we probably messed up. But Booker's never did well in our Whiskey of the Month.
It didn't. Neither did Elijah Craig.
Not one of them qualified through Whiskey of the Month. Barry's batch qualified by points to get in as a wild card. So let's start with, let's see, there's your fourth place and mine. We both had a 91 score, so it doesn't matter to you. Which one do you want to do first?
We'll go with my wife's order because I have a theory in life that Rebecca is always right.
I was going to go with my fourth place only because it was your third place. Fourth place for me was C. C is number 4, which is Phantom Pipes. So my last place was Phantom Pipes.
The Pipes of Peace.
The last one we got, we haven't had as much time with it, but it's a good bottle. You know, we don't dislike any of these bottles.
It's not bad. It really isn't.
And then so we're going to keep going with my score. And so that one would have been your third place.
Yes.
Okay. So let me just make a note here real quick.
I'll be put into her spreadsheet for later. And if you
It
don't
will.
believe that she has a spreadsheet, she does.
Yeah, so that came in fourth. So my third place was your second place. My third place was D. And D is number 2. So you have that one. Is that By the Pond? Blue?
Yep, 25.
By the Pond.
2.
So By the Pond would be mine. And we can rearrange these in a moment for how you did it. So that was number 2. And then my second place was your fourth place was B. B was number 1. That's funny. B. So that was number 1 for the year. So obviously, both of our first place choices is number 3, and I think that's Jerry's batch, is it not? 3 is Jerry's batch. And that's the one that has the cherry notes. And if I'm remembering the story, I believe he had a background from Barton.
Yes. He's from
And
1792.
Barton is really big on cherry notes. So I think when we did this originally, we thought that might have been Fred No's way to give a nod to his background before he came with them, was that he did a lot of things with cherry notes. So pretty interesting. So that was my order. Your fourth place was B, which was number 1, which was Barry's batch.
Yes.
So Barry was your number 4, which is this guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And your number 3 was Phantom Pipes.
Yep.
So we weren't too far off there. Your number 2 was the second one, which was By the Pond. That's the blue one. That's this one here. That was your number 2. And again, we agreed on our sample A, which was release 3. Jerry's batch was our favorite of the year, and probably because it's so different for Bookers.
It is. It reminds me last year of the last release of Booker's 2024, the batch 4, which was a nod to Wild Turkey and Jimmy Russell. And drinking it, we thought it kind of tasted like Wild Turkey.
And we believe that Fred No selected barrels that would do that.
Yeah. And
So many brown sugar notes. And
Oh, yeah.
Every now and then I got that hint of the sour in there. So it's like he really went out looking for those barrels.
I bet he probably did. It would
And I
not
think he did the
surprise me.
same thing for Jerry's batch. Too.
Yes. And it's a really, really good bottle. I hope to meet the guy sometime because I'd really like him to sign this bottle.
Yeah. Oh, Jerry's batch is the only one I discovered today that we do not have a backup bottle of.
Oh, that's not good.
Now we're going to have to get a backup bottle of Jerry's batch because we have a backup of all the others. But our first place winner does not have a backup bottle.
Well, we'll have to go ahead and remedy that. I'm sure that we can. So,
Yeah.
So I'm going to lift my glass to Jerry, the only non-Beam person to ever be the master distiller at Jim Beam. This is a great bottle. Cheers to all of you out there. If you like what we do, hit the subscribe button. Always remember to drink responsibly. Today, drink Booker's 1 through 4 or whatever edition
Any
you
other
have,
year you have.
because it's always a solid bottle.
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers.